This segment is sponsored by Trey Harrell Law. Now it's time for Trey Helps, and as Memorial Day approaches, attorney Trey Harrell is going to help you Uber. We welcome Trey to the show. You know, you and I talked during a commercial break. Yeah. This is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
and it could save someone. On the long run, it could save someone's life.
Yeah.
It could save you from ticket, from insurance, from costs, all that kind of stuff. Tell the folks about what we were just talking about, which is the Trey Helps You Uber promotion for this Memorial Day weekend.
If you go to treyhelps.com and click on Trey Helps You Uber, you can get a $25 voucher for an Uber ride that you can use over Memorial Day weekend. It's not give me your email address and then you get it. It's literally, I showed it to you. You just go on and click the button.
You were showing it to me literally 2 minutes ago, or a minute before we came out, and it took you less than 10 seconds to find it. I mean, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, because it's one of those things that so many people always say, make sure you get an Uber, make sure you do that. We actually wanted to put our money where our mouth is and actually do something to actually help. And so we put together this voucher. Now, you've got to take the step to go get the voucher, right? It's not just that way, because a little personal responsibility in life. But if you go on and click the button and you get it, and why $25? Why not $5? Because if you get a surge in price, you know, you're not thinking correctly. You may think, oh, I don't want to pay for it. But at $25, that should take off a big chunk of it, and you really have no excuse to drink and drive over this Memorial Day weekend.
And you line this up with the folks from Uber, and it's really good. It's a really good connection. It's helping a lot of people. And I think some people who are going to use this, or hopefully a lot of people that will use this, they will inspire you to do it more often. Going into Thanksgiving weekend and Christmas and the
4th of July. We got great holidays to do it. I think that what's so crucial that we've got to remember is we've had 100 DUI arrests by CP, about 100 DUI arrests by CPD over the past 2 months, as well as we're entering the 100 deadliest days of summer in South Carolina right now. So we've got to do everything we can to have this weekend not be a weekend that a family member loses a loved one to a DUI accident. Yeah,
as we go into this remembering this Memorial Day weekend and those who did give their lives, so that we can do what we're doing here right now.
Exactly.
What if you are in an automobile accident? What are let's go step by step by step. If the individual that's in the accident is not hurt and can move around, or maybe is hurt a little bit but can still move around, can get on their iPhone, can get on their cell phone, what are some of the big steps?
If you are injured in an auto accident, if you're not injured, you need to get out of the car and you need to take documents, video of the scene, take as many pictures as you can, make sure you gather all the information, make sure you convey to law enforcement what happened so that you aren't accidentally marked at fault. And if you're injured, you need to get medical help immediately. You need to check it out, you need to get it documented, you need to do all of that. And I think either way, once the accident occurs, you need to make sure you're okay. Because if you're involved in an auto accident, it might have a long-term effect of something that happens to you or kind of goes through it. And you just need to be aware that I might feel okay right now because the adrenaline's going so strong, but something's going to come down the line, or I need to make sure something further down the line doesn't come back to affect me.
Because sometimes with an automobile accident, it may be a shoulder injury, it may be a back injury, and you think, well, I can work my way through it. And after a while, it feels much better and it feels fine. But a lot of times these accidents can be a prerequisite for arthritis coming in a lot faster and the pain starting coming. I talked with a guy that had been in an automobile accident. He talked with an attorney. He had a couple of teeth busted out during, hit the steering wheel. It was not his fault and so forth. The attorney he talked with says, listen, you've got dental problems that are going to occur over the next 20 and 30 years. And we need to make sure that that's going to be paid for. And that's why people come and see you.
You explain it better than I do. Well, maybe it should be Tom Helps, not Trey Helps.
No, right? you got it.
No, that's dead on. It's so crucial that when you are involved in anything, that you always make sure you document and you make the right decisions going forward, which is another reason why we're doing the Trey Helps You Uber promotion. it is so crucial that people make the right decision. If you have a couple beverages celebrating or remembering or doing whatever you're doing over the weekend, you have to make sure you take that Uber home, because you don't want anything to happen to you or your family. And what I will say that is the most important thing in all this is, I don't want people to think that we're doing this because we think people are going to go out and celebrate and party and do all that over Memorial Day. That's not what this weekend is about. You, as a former member of the armed service, and thank you for your service.
My pleasure.
Have to just we have to understand that we're doing all the things we get to do this weekend because those folks that served. And even more so, if you've got a friend that served or a family member that served, call them and make sure they're okay, because we're remembering folks, we're memorializing folks who paid the ultimate sacrifice, and we got to make sure the folks that were with them and friends with them are okay mentally this time, because this is a sad time for people, and understandably.
You know, I think this is something we talked about last time off air. There was 126 of us that got activated and went to Desert Storm over in Dahran, Saudi Arabia. We've lost 45 over the last, since 1991. We've lost 45 of those members through a lot of different reasons, but we've lost 45. But those people did, they put their lives on the line every day that we were over there.
So you and I can sit here and make jokes and have a grand old time. It's because of those individuals. And I just hope that doesn't get lost on this generation with everything that's going on in our country. We just got to remember that those folks, same with law enforcement, they put their life on the line for us, and we just got to be grateful for that.
Each and every day they do.
Each and every day.
Appreciate you being here, and appreciate what you're doing with the folks from Uber, and also the going into this Memorial Day. In 1991, I don't even think you were born yet, were you?
I was around. But if you want to get the Uber voucher, just go to treyhelps.com and check it out. It's real quick, and we'd love to do it for you.
$25 all day. We're back with more Lowcountry Live right after this. Thank you, Trey.